Hi guys. So we're trying a take two. I know you guys don't know that, but I do. I did this video earlier today and I ran into a couple issues. One, because I can't find the charge cable for my camera, and two, because I can't find the camera stand. Because it's been that long since I've made a review video for you guys. And three, when I recorded it on the phone, it didn't translate well on YouTube no matter how much editing I did. So we're just doing it again. In the short end of things, though, I got a few things in the mail today, and I'm really excited about it. I had to hold on to one of them for a couple of weeks. Like, it just sat here on my couch in the packaging. I wouldn't even look at it until the other ones came because the release dates were just so close to each other to when I got them. So, without further ado, here we go. Ta-da! So, we've got the New English Eternal Edition that we're going to look at, and then Japan is also coming out with the Tankobon edition of Sailor Moon. I kind of feel like we need to look at some more editions of Sailor Moon here, though, to get a good feel for it. So I'm going to put this on pause, and we'll go pick out a couple of volumes from the shelf. Hold on. Alrighty, so, as you can see, what's that? Oh, I know what that is. I'm a pretty serious Sailor Moon book collector. I got into the manga, into the series really when I was in high school. So since then, I've collected every edition in English and in Japanese. And if it was if there was a first edition of it that had like stickers or a poster or something, that's the one I collected. So, we have all the first editions of Sailor V and Sailor Moon, and all of these, almost all of these, are first editions. I think there's a couple that I couldn't get my hands on a first edition quite yet, or it was bad condition or something, but they didn't start doing the posters until Volume 2. So Volume 1, the very first Sailor Moon volume that ever came out, didn't actually have a poster with it. And then the English version from Pocket Mix, extra books. That one was actually a pretty cool research project that the authors worked on. Thai edition. And then the newer editions, the reprints. So the second format, first editions. And then the English version of that same one. Some other doshinji. Let me move this. And then the second reprint of the Japanese version, which has been called the Eternal Edition. So, let's just pick a couple that are kind of close. So we'll go with the very first, where it all began. To look at the Tankobon, because the Tankobon's going to be a little bit smaller, and maybe we'll pull the previous Eternal Edition. That's not an Eternal. Nah, we'll go with the other. Oh, I went and misshelved it from earlier. Oops. We'll do the other Eternal Edition, Japanese, but Eternal for Eternal and all that good stuff. And then, I'll show you guys one more shelf before we go upstairs and review these. Hold on. So, in the video I made earlier, I made mention to the Sailor Moon art books, just because there was rumor that we were going to get another one, and it turned out to be the Sailor Moon Crystal one, which is okay. It's fine. That's great. But it would have been nice, and it would still be nice to have another Sailor Moon. So, as you can see from my collection, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the materials, and, let's see. Oh, yeah, and then the PGSM, you know, the live edition. So I have a bunch of the coloring books and more fan comics. Yeah, I mean, I could go ages onto this, but I'm actually pretty proud of one of these. I mean, these are really nice editions. This is the one I've just pulled off the shelf, is not even a first edition, or a hardcover, I should say. But one of these art books, and I forget which one. I know I'm a horrible, horrible person. I'm sorry. Has Takuchi-san's signature in it. I think it might be volume 4, maybe? Maybe, possibly. I mean, I've got a photo of it at my house. Somewhere in here that one of these has her signature in it. I just don't remember which one. Hold on a second. Found it. It's the second one. Actually has her autograph on the page. I didn't know that when I bought it years and years ago, and then I found it a couple of years after I bought it. I'm like, how did I not notice that? But anyway, that was just fun factoid of your YouTuber that collects Sailor Moon manga. So let's go back upstairs. Alright, so back upstairs. So let's start off with the bigger edition. I mean, as you can clearly see, the edition is much, much bigger. But it does have similarities. You know, they're both sparkly little covers. This one has the smaller one, and this one has a larger one. You know, honestly, this new edition, though, I mean, it's humongous. And just look at that compared to the size of my hand. And it's my favorite edition so far. I mean, I've loved all the retouches they've done over the years. I've loved the different things they've done. Some of the different translations, whether they're clearer or maybe just, you know, a couple of words change over the years, and it kind of changes the conversation every now and then. But I love the feel of this one. I mean, this size is the size I always wanted Sailor Moon to be in. I don't know why. It's such a silly thing. But, so you can see they kept the same thing. Same image on the back. And on the back of that. So that makes me pretty happy. And it does have a dust cover style, but there's no actual dust cover to it. You know, it's just a inside flap. It does have the thicker pages for separation, and the big color photos at the beginning of every chapter. It's got seven acts in it, which is bigger than the original editions. So, and the pages are nice and glossy. It kind of feels nice in in your hands. And they did change the language a little bit in this one. Not too much. I mean, just enough that you go, I thought they said something different before. But it's not bad. I mean, I actually reread this this volume when it came in before I decided to do the videos. And I remembered how much I loved reading it. And, you know, when I first found Sailor Moon in high school, I would go to Hot Topic every month, every other month, whenever it came out. And I'd be like, yay! And then the problem came that I started working for a bookstore. So, but you can see on the back here, it's got an extra picture of the cover without the text. So I kind of enjoy that. Overall, I really like this edition. And you know, I pulled this up just so we could compare it. And yeah, I'm nerdy like that. I kept all the ads and stuff with it, but I mean, really nothing's changed. Yeah, still 7, still 245. You know, I can't, unfortunately, I don't keep up with my Japanese language as like I should. I always get sidetracked with other things. So I always have to kind of rely on translations for the different volumes, but I did keep like all the ads for the editions. So we got that. I'm looking forward to the second volume coming out in November of the English edition. So yeah, we got that going. But I got really excited when they came out with Tankobon versions, and these are like little pocket versions. I mean, literally palm-sized Sailor Moon. Do do do. I don't know why that joke cracks me up. It's such a stupid joke, but it's true. And you look at it compared to the other one, it is actually shorter, you know. And it's thicker because it's going with the newer chapters. So this one, it's like I said earlier, the very first edition or first volume did not come with a poster. All the ones after it, the remaining 17 issues or volumes that came out after this did come with a pull-out poster. I think maybe only number 12 out of my collection is missing it. And you can definitely see the age. I mean, how yellowed the pages are. And that's nothing I can help. I mean, that's exactly what paper does. It yellows with age. And I've done my best to keep them out of the sunlight and whatnot. Yeah, so this one, yeah, the originals were just 2 chapters shorter. Act 5, Sailor Jupiter, with all that good stuff. I'm not going to mess with this too much, though, because, you know, 92 was a long time ago for old and new alike. But you can see I had a dust jacket, and it's got the blue cover to it. Oh, please, 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 stay put. Okay, there we go. So, but this one, okay, I really like the feel of it. I'm kind of a texture person when it comes to reading. So I collect antique books and that kind of thing. And I love the smell of old binding glue because it gives off that vanilla type smell after a while. And the feel of the pages. And so these have a nice, very smooth feel to the ends of them. The books I really enjoy reading are the ones that have the rough edges on the end, so no 2 pages are the same length or anything. But back to this one. So this one has a really smooth feel to it. It's not glittery at all. I do like the cover though. I mean, it's more of her than we see on the other covers. You know, the other ones cut her off at the boots at the top, and this one we see the whole boot. So that's kind of, I really like the way they framed it up. And then this one does have a dust jacket, you know, and it's pink and white on the inside for that, which I think is kind of cool. They did pick I'm trying to get it out of the light here a little bit. They did pick a different picture to start off the manga with, but then after that, it's all just black and white. And I'm okay with that. I mean, because these are less than $10. Yeah, and then the ads that came with it, because I bought these off Amazon. So, but it follows with the newer ones, so they are 7 chapters instead of 5. No new picture on the back, but it's a very simple backing. So we got that, and then they did a twofer, really. So then we've got this one, second volume, and let's see if I can't get that. There we go. They picked the Serenity photo, and this has always been kind of one of my favorite art pictures that Takuchi-san's done. It's different, and I don't know. I've just always liked it since she displayed it in at the exhibits in Harajuku. I think was where it was. Yeah. Or, no, Roppongi. I'm sorry. Not Harajuku. Roppongi at the big museum thing. And that was one of the, this is one of the images that she used. So anyway, and as you can see, so this one's blue and white instead of the pink and white, you know, because we got Sailor Mercury on the cover. They didn't really extend her cover, though, which is kind of a bummer. But at the same time, I'm okay with it because it's still framed really beautifully. And just like the other one, then after we get past the one color photo, then we've just got black and white. Still the same retouch pictures, which I really enjoy. Same page softness, same ads. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like the feel of these books. I like the heft of the English one, and I like the softness of these Tankobon ones. So I'm really, you know, if they're going to follow suit, then we're probably going to have 10, maybe 12 of each, you know, depending on if they decide to do the bonus stories and all that good stuff. So I think after these 2 editions, I'm going to call it quits with the manga, because really there's nothing else of these manga to collect. They're just different formats, different add-ons, different variations of language, that kind of thing. The only other one I might add to my collection is, we saw I had the Thai version, and that's really cool. I might add the first format of the German version because the lettering on the covers are just really pretty. I actually do speak a little German, and I used to be able to read German really, really well because I am part German. But I've just always really liked them, and I keep finding them occasionally on eBay. And somebody's selling a really nicely kept set of them. And I get all excited and I find it, and then I read in further, and no matter how much money I offer the seller, they will not ship to the States. So then it's, well, I don't know when I'm ever going to Europe or when I'm going to get to Europe or anything. So that might be the only other one I'll add to it. But I think after this, that's going to be it for the manga. I might at some point make another video with links to maybe my eBay store or something, because I do have a lot of Sailor Moon merchandise I am going to be clearing out just because I'm running out of space. And I kind of want to specialize my collection down a little bit. I go through that inventory every year of what do I want to keep, what do I not want to keep. And so I have a lot of the 20th anniversary stuff that I'm kind of like, I'm just not feeling it so much anymore. So I'm just rambling now, and I apologize, but thanks for sitting through, well, it looks like going on 20 minutes of a review. If you have questions, let me know. I'll answer them as best I can. I know there's probably like maybe 30 people that watch this video. I don't know that there's going to be any other merchandise, Sailor Moon merchandise for the year that I'm going to really look into. There hasn't been a whole lot that I've been like, I have to add this to my collection. Yes. Besides this year's pocket purse Sailor Moon calendar, which if you saw last year's, it looks exactly the same as last year's pretty much. But they're fun to use, and it's like the one goofy part of me I get to carry around all the time. So, anyway, at 20 minutes, this now puts this almost 5 times longer than my usual review, I would think. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just comparing it to the Doki Doki review I did back in August. I thought I did one for September too, but I can't find it, so maybe I didn't load it. Anyway, I will probably see you guys in a couple of months. Bye.